This is a game called Two Worlds, which is a Sokoban mixed with a platformer. So I can climb one square. It's just some tutorial levels so far. So I can only push one block at a time, like similar Sokoban mechanics. But here we go, Two Worlds. So I'm suddenly in a top-down perspective, and I can press space to switch to this platformer perspective. I can still only move one block at a time, though. So I'm going to move this to create some stairs. There we go. Okay. Delivery. So we got a box here. I don't know if I can move anything else. It kind of seems like I cannot. I can try to move the player in this box, then switch characters, which I can do at any time, but I can't move the other player when doing that. So I think I want to get to the other side of that box. So I guess I just put that box inside here. And then, can I move it? Oh, that's nuts. I can put the empty space with the box in it. I'm not sure it's clear that this box is like an empty place when I switch, by the way. Okay, seems like I need to do that. Just get to the other side. And where do I put it? Wow, on the ceiling? Okay. But I still can't get to the heart even though I can jump on top of it. I didn't expect it to get that complicated at the start, like immediately going to the ceiling. So I can put the box like here. That is not going to work. I can stack it on the ceiling. And no. Yeah, because I need like a ledge right nearby. Can I do this? Yes. Okay, that's good. One-way tickets. So, what is that? Looks like we got some blocks, like these weird footprint blocks that correspond to, I guess they correspond to walls in the other world, but I don't know why it makes it look like I can still do them. I don't know what the difference is between this and something else. But okay, we got like boxes and we're standing on them. So we'd like to like, no. Well, we made it fall through, which should be a good thing. So I can grab it. But now, can I not do the same here? No, because, okay. I can't get it literally on top of a wall. So that's a problem. And another thing is that we don't necessarily need to be like always on a box. We can just fall and try to use the trick of like, I can't push two boxes at once in order to get this win. One idea I have is like going to the other side with an empty. But I can't push as a player. I'd like to go to the other side almost like here and get another box pushed. I kind of think there's something impossible and not great about that one, though. Get that in a box. Oh, that's it. I thought it would be more complicated. Okay, 3 by 6. We got a bunch of boxes up there. I can make them, like, all go down if I do this. If that's even what I want to see. Also, I get it stuck on the bottom row if I do this. So, maybe I'm supposed to, like, use myself as a stopper here. Now there's a box contained in here. But I need quite a bit in terms of stairs in order to actually do this. This is one of those cases where I'd prefer, like... Oh, I still can't go up, actually, even though I've made a hole. I can make stairs there. This seems quite impossible. I don't know. I can't... For some reason, I can't go, up to the right. I thought that was possible, but I guess not. One interesting idea is, like, you could get something in the hole, and then not... Okay, not from there, actually, this one's stuck. But, like, then maybe you could get it, like... You could push it... You could, like, launch it from the ceiling into a different hole, is what I was trying to get at. It's still impossible, though. I want to do it here. I don't know, that's probably nothing. Well, one thing is that I can already put blocks on the bottom row. It's that part is actually not very special. So maybe I drop it now. Whoops, not there. Like here. Oh, okay, there it is. I was just missing that move. Too small to climb. So I'm horribly stuck in the bottom section. And I'm stuck here when I try, because I can't move this, obviously, when my other self is in it. So I can grab a box, and then finagle it such that the box above the player... I don't know if that actually accomplishes anything. We can move up slightly, but is that all we can do? Oops. Get on top of the box, and do I just repeat this process? Seems a little unlikely, but we can try it. Here... I can do the same thing again. Like, it being slightly cramped when trying to do this move is a little not appealing. And now I feel like I'm going to run into a problem. Because I also need, like, a way to get on top that ledge. No, I don't. I think I just repeat the procedure yet another time. Kind of annoying, but eh. It fits with this something. Oh, wait, am I blocked by the ceiling here? Oh, that's a problem. Oops. There's no ceiling for me to make this final move. Wait, I can get the box in there. No, that's nothing. Well, isn't there another space that box could be in? It could be even on top of the heart. Or it could be on the space here. Maybe that... Well, here's the thing with that one, is that it might get stuck. So, let's do that first. Then get the player over here. Then I just need to get the box out of the way. And then we can finally win after... Which is kind of a ridiculous task. But there we go. Okay. I hope that's enough. So, we are very stuck in our starting position. There is a box in here, but we do get stuck if we do it. So it seems like the whole idea is that we are supposed to make something happen very early on. I don't get it. We almost seemingly can do the first part fine, but whatever we do with the second player is is basically swapping the two players as one of them is currently trapped, and we can swap it to make just the other one trapped. I see an idea that's a little creative. It involves, like, bring these boxes up to the top here and just dropping them for the finale position, and then using these as a way to get up and ignore the first stairs. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. You know, I like the heart transitions between these. I think it's nice and dramatic. Anyway, who knows if this idea is going to work. Wait, no it won't, because I need, like, a hole. Wait, no, I make the hole at over here. Yeah, okay. And then... No. Well, that sucked. Damn. Okay, I can't do this. Okay, I think I finally have an idea that's going to work. So, we take those boxes out at the bottom, similar to before. And I'm going to prepare one actually over here, in hopes that we can actually retrieve it a little bit later. And we still need the two boxes near the heart, so we can get to the top of it. And I think these two boxes end up near the heart as well. I kind of don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I guess I didn't really have the confidence that it would work out. But we're almost there. We're going to set up these two boxes nearby the first part, because that's how we can convert those boxes to something useful at the start. And there we go. The larger the better, huh? Okay, so in this level we have, like, a heart, 4 boxes. No, these are not movable. These are walls. The level looks a lot simpler in this view. Okay, so... Oh, this is a rigid block. Okay, so that moves in, Wait, how am I gonna win with that? Wait, how am I going to get through? I guess it needs to look like that, maybe? And then we have, like, stairs that way? Wow, this is nuts. Another thing is that it appears that we might need to make stairs, because I can't transport anything. I can't transport the other player while it's like that. Jump in. But that's not great. Oh, that is close as heck, though. I just need +1 block in there. Which means, well, I don't know if I need, like, extra vertical height, but I can try getting that to the edge and sew that as well. This is going to fail, though, isn't it? Like, I'm just gonna go here and not really be able to go back up because the box is in a trapped spot. Okay. Let's try from the start again. We can barely move this to another spot anyway. It would be nice if we could, like, not get that stuck. But I don't know. Wait, I can just do this. Is that better? Well, I don't like it getting trapped because, well, obvious reasons. Wait, okay, look. After this, I can move this up and then jump into place. Okay, that is the trick. That is the key trick here. Now, do want to get above the box. I think I might have to do, like, a similar thing to what I did before. I move this up so that the box stays there. Then move this entire thing up, and then we win. Okay, cut the screen. Alright, cut the screen is like... Well... We got a bunch of boxes and some horizontal sliders. I can't move again. I mean, I can't move it while it's near that horizontal slider. Or... I mean, when the character's in that horizontal slider. I'm not sure why there's, like, a space here. Like, what is that for? Can the character transfer in between? Because that looks like what it might be implying. This looks like it's not easy to resolve, though. I almost don't want that, that box in the way. How am I gonna get up there again? There's no way I can get the boxes back up once, actually, there's an interesting thing here where perhaps I should put the box, like, at the very edge here, and then use that to somehow get to the left spot, because I don't want to drop the higher of the two. I don't want that to drop. Or rather, I don't want that in this position, because it would cause the boxes in the middle to drop, is what I was trying to say. But I need to get there. How? Like, maybe I can set it in the middle, then have it drop in a useful spot. Okay, but that's not that useful. What I really wanted to see was, like, a way to drop the box from this side. Like, go up. Maybe so what does that mean? Does that mean it's on the edge? First of all, get these out of the way again. Get it to what, the edge of this? But I still need to transport there. Like, I still need to get it to drop as I move to the other side. This seems so impossible. An alternative is like I drop just a single box down somehow, which I can't imagine, but maybe. Okay, well, one thing I probably should have done earlier was, like, set the player up here. So now the box is on top. I don't... that was probably should have done that earlier. Although, it's still not at the very edge. In fact, getting at the very edge would kind of stick it into place, wouldn't it? I don't know. There's a good chance it might not work, but I'm going to try to move this, like, to the edge here, and then set it on top of the player. Wait. Well, we got to the second floor now. I have to make it all the way around in order to even think about going back. And is there a problem with this? Like, obviously we kind of want a player on the... Maybe we want a box in here just like before. I still don't know what the significance of the left section is, though. We can drop down into it, if that might matter. Oh, no we can't, because the left... Because we just did something that made it very impossible. So... right there is when I'm starting to think that we only need one box to get to the top. We can just use a stair to make one box happen. That means that dropping two boxes in here should be, like, a little close to what we need to do. The problem is dropping two boxes here is a pain, but... well, here's the two boxes. We don't want to be stuck in this section. But yet... but yeah, we want empty stuff to be there. And for another thing, to not get that box trapped. Inside here. It wants to be on, like, onto the left side where there's stairs, but we can't easily do that. We need to push it into place. Okay, this... wait. the middle, like, has to stay there. Did I accidentally accomplish that? Okay, there we go. There we go. The middle had to stay in its position because we need to push it at the very end here. There we go. 9, transfer. Okay, like, where's the character starting here? Are we going between the two rooms? I don't remember if multi-push was allowed. Well, this is obviously not a good way to test it, but, like, my goal here is to transfer between the two places. The multi-push is not allowed across these things. I don't really want the box. I need the box, actually. The box is required. Otherwise, I have nowhere to stand on for that phase. I'm very lost. I don't want to get anything trapped, but it seems like it's going to happen. And we obviously also need to make our way through the various things. And I need to do this while, like, the other is, like, we need to make room for the other to go above or below wherever the player is. Because we can't move the block with the other player in it. Maybe we keep that box there and then switch its positions from here. That box is not in a great spot anyway, and this just got stuck, by the way. Well, no, we made a mistake with getting it stuck, but otherwise it's fine. Sort of. Yeah, I have no idea, like, I mean, there's only, like, 2 ways to get it. So, like, now I've got that in there. I can go around. Who knows if that box is even going to be able to, like, make it back or anything, right? But yeah, okay. We got here. I don't like the idea of trying to make this go to the other side through there. We can do this, though, which is, like, there's some interest there. But anyway, that box is not getting off the edge. And neither is the other one, to be honest. Oh, I can actually just do this. Well, no, it's kind of stuck there, isn't it? We can make it drop. We can make it drop from here to here. Then make it to the other side. Also, we are... Okay, so if the box was there, then we'd win, I think. Although the issue of the distance is a little concerning, although probably fixable. Okay, let's just try to get one of them to the end of the tunnel. And do the same thing we had again. I mean, we had before, where we try to switch their positions around. Although maybe that part isn't necessary. Well, we don't want it to get stuck, right? We don't want it to get stuck inside there. Unless there's, like, no problem with that somehow. Meanwhile, I'm just doing it again. Okay, like, I can go here. And then the boxes are in a reasonably transferable state from here. I'm a little stuck there. Oh, there, it looks like we got it. Okay. We have this thing. But there's a ton of boxes stuck on the left side that are, like, impossible to get out, seemingly. How are we gonna even do this? Okay, we can actually bring some boxes over. So we have a 2 and a 3 that can be brought. I don't know why I tried to do that. And apparently... Oh gosh, this is like a milk puzzle? No, it couldn't. There's no way. That's... it's like that classic freaking... Oh my gosh. It's like you have some pictures and need to distribute them. It's that kind of puzzle. Just search like water pitchers or like milk pitchers are gonna find it. Anyway, seems like what we're gonna have to do is like do this in a way where we have only one remaining and then just drop one in every single corridor. Although I'm questioning like if it's not just the same procedure over and over again to drop them, right? As it seems like the ending setup is that there's one in there. Okay. So now we have one. Oops. Don't really think there's a difference between which I decide to drop it in there, so I'll just drop that one. Okay. Is this just this? Like, do I need to do any more, or is it just easy from here? Okay. Okay, just gonna cut because there's probably gonna be quite some movement here. Now I just drop only 2, leaving 1 here. Now I do wonder if there's gonna be an issue now. Considering that there's only 2 in here. Like, is there a problem right now? Or maybe even, like, I stack it in here, even though it doesn't really make much sense. In fact... Like, is my own position something that matters here? Can I, like, push something, using this scenario? Hold on, can I not just reuse... Okay, no, I cannot just reuse the bottom ones. Oh, wait, I think I see it. No, I don't. I had a plan of, like, moving this down and then up. This was my idea. After thinking about it, I think I just screwed up at leaving the freaking one at the heart. Yes, I think this is going to work. So, I had been way too hasty with putting the thing at the heart because I thought it didn't matter. But I think there was actually a trick here. Because I was like... Doesn't it make sense to, like, drop that for whatever reason? And, like, at the very end, because I was trying to make up, like, ideas of what to do at the... when we stick this block to the bottom edge, we can actually make this, like, go down, like, including all those blocks. And that removes exactly 1 block from our pile of 2. So there we go. This mechanic is freaking intricate. Like, I'm impressed. So, okay. What do we have here? It looks like we might have a similar trick to a previous level where we wanted to get the blocks up here so we could go into a staircase and then move it over, right? Move it over, right? However, I am concerned that, like... Okay, well, we can't even get back up, but... Like, we obviously need, like, an extra box, I think. There's no way to get this, like, all the way around and, like, fall down. Okay, I just need to go over here, and then move this down. So, that's the way to not have it stuck in the bottom right. As if we don't have a new problem, though. Where it's on the left side for whatever reason. So, like, there's this transferring of, like, places that's obviously happening. I don't know if this is actually a good way to get to the other box, though. Especially because it seems like I've accomplished nothing with this. Well, I have no idea how this level is possible. It just seems like you can only bring 1 box over, and every time the box has to stay in a particular corner. Like, it'd be one thing if it was possible to get it here, where there's, like, 1 box at each corner, but I don't know how I'm ever gonna do that when I can't do this at all. Hold on, I didn't... Well, okay, maybe that's the reason why they didn't allow this, like, the ability to stack boxes on the first half, right? I guess that's not something I thought of, although I also didn't think it would do anything. Ah, look at that! Okay, that's the key that I need to do. Well, maybe a key, but still, like, something I've never done before is that. Another thing is I don't know why it seems possible to move it down. Like, to move... Well... This is fine. Mostly I'm confused why there's an area down below here that I could do something with, but... Look, I'm not gonna complain if I can just win from here, because it doesn't seem like there's a... Well... no, it really doesn't seem like there's a problem here. Just get this in... And win from here? I think? I'm used to things taking a while, but... Oh, there you go. Level 12. Okay, so for this level, we have, a small block here that is combined, and... Okay, so... No, it's not just that the boxes are getting in the way, although they kind of are, but we also need to transport those boxes at the very end, I think. That's weird, because this seems like the only way it could work for us to even get to the area with the heart in it, and yet it's one that really traps the state of the boxes. Like this traps the box at the top right there. From my character, I can never move this now. really move far from this side. No, why is there a box here? That's weird too. It almost feels like it's like intended as a buffer or something. I almost want to jump across that. There's no way. Like, that's interesting because it lets me get over the gap, right? We can go into this top. Oh, that's a different way things could go, huh? Well, kind of. Well, if you assume this would work at all, because now we need 2 boxes up here, which seems a little impossible to me. I guess we could push this box in. No, because there needs to be a box, like, for us to stay there. And also, we probably need that box. I don't know if it's to help, but that's what I'm going to assume, is that we need that box, and we need help with it. Something like our head stands on here. The one thing I'm worried about is that, well, there's a lot of things that I could worry about, but one of them is that the box is not in the right place. Like, the 2 bottom buffer blocks are not at the right place. And it seems like actually having this block here sucks a little bit. I'm just trying to get a feel for what the solution might look like. As you can see, I just got this out. And I'm hoping that my head can get on top. No, it will just fall completely down to the ground, which isn't good. Another thing is that from the very start of the level, I can just drop those 2 blocks immediately. So it's almost like, where's the puzzle in some sense? Like, I can get this block here, then go back up, and then hope... No, I can't. That block is stuck. This is kind of a similar problem to what I had before, honestly. You know, here's another possibility I didn't really think of. Well, maybe because of the stupid idea of getting this stuck in and moving the box. Yeah, that was terrible. Like, I've been thinking of ways to try to get this past. Actually, it is interesting, like, I can go down and, like, do something with this, right? But I don't think that's it. Like, imagine these 2 boxes weren't there, then I could just, like, do this and win, I think. It's only that the 2 boxes are actually there clogging the bottom that makes it bad. But then again, I don't know how to fix it. And we can assume that, like, maybe we can have some boxes that, like, go out and get ignored or something like that for being on the opposite side. But we still didn't actually take care of the problem that we never got a good chance to go and push the top block to the right so that we'd have 2 blocks over there. Actually, can I just, like, move that out for the very first time so I can drop here? Okay, maybe there's something to this. Yet we still need to, like, get above there? How? Like, is this anything close? Because I can go back. I can, like, get 2 blocks from the top now, right? Is this good? Oh, shoot, no, you freaking idiot. It gets trapped. Freaking idiot. Can we move that block only once? So that we would have, like, the ability to go up again. Then we can, like, whoops, not that far. We could then push this in here. We go back down. This might win, actually. We just need a way to go back down. Then set the top block up so that we can... Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. That fell right through. I mean, I can get my head under it, but this feels like it's actually going to suck. Actually, no, I can't even get my head. How? How about this situation where I just push the blocks once? So then we have 2 blocks in the middle. I use the same trick to get this block... No, get this block pushed to the right. And then I use the head trick, which I can't do. Wait, yes I can. I can do the head trick here. Isn't the problem now, though, that, like... Once again, I cannot get past the freaking 2 at the edge. I cannot get past the 2 blocks at the bottom, is what I'm trying to say there. I'm on a second session now, decided to just, like... Well, first of all, I just moved the block on the top down. I guess I'll just show you the entire process, right? I do this, I get the player down, and then I consistently use this idea of like, putting it inside the middle by using the player's head as a blocker, and because it's like, I felt that I needed to keep, one of them alive, one of the things at the top alive, I guess, I'll do this. I don't know, though. What the... I accidentally won? Okay, so I need to show this. Okay, so basically I abused this bottom trick. I need to start from the beginning. So, I just threw that one to the bottom. I went down here, and I got one of the blocks... well, I think I just pushed one of the blocks over here, and then kept both of them up there, which is like a little unintuitive, which is like, I didn't expect that to work. I didn't want to get so many blocks trapped, but it seems like this is actually going to work for a solution. So I did the trick where you can go and move both of those up, and well, that looked kind of bad. Wait, no, I did this to get only one block stuck in the to get that block into the movable portion. So now only one block is at the top, which I can just push now. And then I move that into place. Okay. Wow, that level was really tough for me. An elevator that allows 0 people? Okay. So we have this block, which we can drop stuff on. Is that all? No, we do have an elevator. This is kind of similar to the other level with like a 3x2 formation. But the heart is on the other side there. We almost want to do a similar thing to that other level, right? What the? Oh, okay. Some of the things are dropping. I didn't really intend for that to happen. So why does it allow 0 people? Is it just the regular game mechanic of, oh, it doesn't allow those? And I don't know what the ending looks like. It just looks like the ending is stacking a bunch of boxes from the other side, doesn't it? Okay, look, I can do that, obviously. Am I making a mistake? I can't... wait. Oh, crap. We can't go back to the other side anymore. I can still try to drop things from here. It seems like adding boxes is a good sign. But... unless it's like that, we can't make our way back up anymore. Can't jump up there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We're gonna need to, like, slowly move it up. Which is a similar trick to what we've done before, but yet still not very easy. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? And how do the 3 boxes there figure into it? I almost want to drop all the boxes here, but I don't know, like, if we can even get away with that. We are really getting punished by the elevator right now. See, if we had even bigger stairs there, there'd be something good about that one too. It makes me wonder if, like, we should have, like, tried to get this box to the right side instead. Or I can do this. Wait, there's something interesting about that, because I can, like, go between sides, and now all of a sudden we have these boxes. There needs to be a box right below the heart, obviously. I don't know if, like, the character on the top is going even further than what I'd expect, but... I don't know. Wait, I can use the middle row to drop the... When was this a thing? What? Okay. Wait, no, it doesn't work there. Okay, but isn't this, like... Isn't this amazingly what we want? Like, tons of boxes that can get, put on that side? Like, come on. Okay. This is progress, but, you know, not quite. We obviously still need to do everything, but... Like, that's plus 3 boxes that have come to us. And yet, I'm still not that confident this is gonna be good. Like, I can drop these here. Go back. Well, no, not that far back. Like, go back here and then move these down and do the similar thing that we did at the start. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Even though this is supposed to be something helpful. We also can't move this back after... Well, we can move it up. I'm like thinking of stacking. All I did was like move all the boxes to the right side by slowly moving that block and putting it here. I'm hoping to get actually like above. Actually need to stay one block, but that's not the point right now. Or it might not even be that easy. Or easy at all. In fact, that block is down in the way a little bit. I don't know. This feels like a huge issue. Can't move that out. I don't know. I'm just trying to get to the top. But it's failing really hard. Like, it's hard to know, like, whether my moves are actually being good right now or if they're just useless. But, you know, trying to get all the blocks in here if possible. Can't do that easily in this state. And we still got some blocks left to drop. That's what I'm trying to do. So you see now we have an ability to get up, sort of. Obviously failing. Okay, how am I this close? This should not be confusing how I got into this state. I just moved the right column down. Cursor is going to be shown again, but I just moved this down. And then I brought one block from the middle to the left column, and that's how we got here. And now I think there's like something good about this position. I can set up a block in here, go up like that, and I can even do that, which is pretty nuts. Like, that I've almost like gotten out, but I don't know. I'm kind of unconfident that it's actually succeeding, but anyway. If only you can move the top thing, like, just a little bit more, that'd be cool. I don't think so, though. Like, my goal is to try to put a hole at the end of here. I guess that means, like, we're retaining one of the blocks, perhaps. Kind of just, like, wing it here. But okay, we'll do this. And then we only move up for the finale. But why can I not move up there? It's literally... It always makes me confused. I guess it's because I have more than one block above my head. That's the only thing that explains it to me, but unfortunately, this does result in some awkwardness over here. Yeah. Does it make any sense to make them 4-4 instead with this top column, or is it just crap? I really think the ending position is there. Like, it's gotta be that trick, but all the other details I'm not sure about. Okay, now I can go here. See, the problem is, I don't have a double block here. If I did, then it would just be a freaking win, but I do not. Does it mean anything to do that? No, because then I'm way too low to reach the top of that. We put that at the edge. Is there something good about it? Well, we would need to, like, move it over bit by bit first. But nothing seems that wrong about it. I'm gonna start over and maybe have only one block transport at the beginning. Maybe using this tactic. And then the block would go here as our starting position. Then... I don't know if we would have the exact same scenario with the 4 blocks dropping here. Chance it's not. But I really think I'm getting closer. I need to get that block out of it. This actually should be here. I'm just trying to reposition this placement of the second block as I try to do a solve here. Okay, so +1 block this way. Go up. Once again, that annoying thing where I can't seem to move up there. That's a huge pain. Also, why don't I have 4 blocks on the right side? What is wrong with me? Yeah, I thought I was missing something. I should have gotten 4 blocks on the right. But otherwise, everything should be as I did before, except that one of the blocks in the middle has been positioned early. Okay. Up. Oh, that traps the block. That's probably a problem, I think. We're not supposed to have it stuck like this, because now I can't get it up over here. Don't tell me the solution is actually to, like, go on the other side, and then do it. I've spent too long on this freaking level. Like, I think it might be that idea I had about reversing the place that you want to be, so you're on, like, the other side. I'm not sure how to do it, though. But it would involve having more blocks on this side. And then I still don't know what to do with these, but I don't know, maybe I should have, like, stood on top of it, I don't know. And then we have these blocks, which, well, I don't know where that one goes either. Like, I guess 3 and 5. And then we have to repair that one. Is this good? I can't freaking tell. I'm gonna do this, move down. Because in some ways, it's just like a reverse of what I was doing on the other side. Do I get that block away or something? That seems bad. I still can't do anything when so many blocks are on top of me. Be like... Okay, this is gonna look really stupid, but we did need like a whole bunch of blocks on the right, to be pushed into the middle section, right? So even some block sacrifices shouldn't be a big deal. Because, like, this isn't enough. Although we're hoping that it's enough. How close was I actually to getting to the top of that? We prefer not to drop anything, correct? So we should actually make this go 1 up. Well, I dropped something anyway, but... really? Really hope I'm not actually forced to drop something. Because this looks almost there. Besides that, we just got a block screwed over. This is the case where I didn't wish there was so much stacked. Wait. No, I can't leave a block in the middle, can I? Wait, is that part of it? You leave a block at the middle for it to drop? Okay, hold on. That means, we do that. Okay, I think that might be it. That's pretty good. Up 1 more. No, wait, it's too far. Okay, that is a great ending. That's awesome. I only have this left 3 times 21. So, okay, so we have, of course, way too many freaking blocks on that side. The other player's down here, and we have to move what? We have 2 rigid pieces. This one. And this one. So, wait, how do I interpret this? Looks like we need to drop stuff in to make good stairs. Like, this thing, I think, can't move out? Oh, no, it can. Okay, so this is way more complex. Why is this level now so complex? Oh, no. Oh, no. Like, yeah, I could do that. Like... how am I ever gonna get back into, like, good stairs or whatever? Like, I partially think it could be a milk buckets, like, thing, like before, where you, like, slowly get pieces. Although the main problem with that one is that this one is lopsided, so you end up making, like, the inverse stairs, which is not what I want to see. I'm also hoping the process of getting the bottom player to, like, the middle top section is kind of painless, because we have to do some shuffling with the 2 rigid blocks to even do that. I don't know why I show my mouse cursor if I'm not gonna point at the, like... I'm trying to get this up here. How is that second row even second column even going to drop on the right? Because when I do this in an effort to get it to drop into the lower portion, the top comes with it. I don't know if I like that. I mean, I guess we could get rid of these 3. I don't know what the state of those blocks are going to be, but it at least creates stairs near the top of where we want it to be. And then, like, what? We just try to go 1 by 1? This feels wrong to me. Like, because we have a cap of 5 how much we can even do that. Yeah, that's a way to do it. And then what for the other parts, right? Because do I want the other player to try to help fix this situation? Because that doesn't seem like it's actually doing anything. I mean, I can reverse it here. I don't know. Is there a way to maneuver this all the way to the other side? No way, right? Because if I could, then, like, I could put the corner piece in the left portion. Okay, this doesn't seem to be working. Wait, is there actually an opening? No, there isn't. I thought maybe this, but I don't think so. Wait, but down. Down is an opening here. I am still concerned about, like, will the player be able to climb up the stairs we make or not? But, like, this is a cool way in order for us to, like, transport more blocks with letters on. So the process would be like here. Then I have to go through a somewhat grueling process of reversing it and etc. I think I want it like here or something. Because I can like move that a little. Shoot, this is actually stuck. Do I only have one opportunity to do this trick also? I might. Which would kind of suck. Another thing is, like, I don't see a way for, like, let's say that we took this and moved it over here so it was to the right of the bottom player. We wouldn't be able to get up in basically any way. And that's highly suspicious. Maybe I should, like, focus on making a stairway pattern with this one. As well because, like, it might help here. Because, like, look at how, like, it inverts that pattern. I would have proceeded more with my previous idea if, like, this wasn't, like, stuck. But obviously, it had problems. So I did this, like, earlier on. This needs to be out of the way. It looked kind of bad to me, but maybe there's something that can help with that. Like, I also tried this. It was just too, like, suspicious to ignore. I can't push it all the way there, but... do that? Looks bad. I'd like to do that, but with that one over. I don't know if I can get it to work, though. Like, maybe the player could help and push stuff around there. Can I do that? Oh, what is wrong with me? Might be risky to do this again because it got stuck there last time. But I'd like to do that so it has, like, a better down position or something like that. Because I hope that we could, like, get rid of 2 on this column. I don't know. That seems... it's not working either, though. Like this, right? And then we would somehow get rid of only 1 from this column. I like how it can't make it over to the other side. It needs to use this path to make it over. Assuming this is even working and not just a dead end anyway. Is there actually a way to get it on the other side? Like, I can do that. And then move this upwards. This feels so janky. This looks bad. Can I do it here? Please tell me I can do it here. Oh! That's what I was trying to do earlier. Yeah, okay, now that's in the right place, although... well, right place in quotes. Because it just looks good, but might not actually be. Because we still need to, like... the ability for this to go, like, for us to go up the stairs, and this is currently filled up. So we need to do something about that. This seems not very good. I mean, there is that empty space, which is interesting. I don't like that we're getting so trapped. So my expectation is that I'm going to want this, like, here? No, that's still wrong, because I want the player to be able to go up and into this slot. Which requires a lot more that's, like, vacant than current. Does this work? Like, do we want that? Because we need to fix that immediately by pushing stuff. We're just doing that so we have empty space for like, this part. Oops. I don't know, I'm still, like, still feel this is not going to be very good. But we have to do these moves, so... okay. I just realized that we're going to need to get this to the other side, huh? Is it there? No. Like, I want to switch between this and this. If I can't get this to the back to the right side, then it has to stay on the left side. And I don't have much Besides, like, that getting stuck in order to do it. Is it true that I can't get it to the... back to the right? Looks like it is. Put it there in hopes of getting it back when it's down below. This is still, like, very uncertain to me. But I think that move is good. It's just the other stuff is very hazy. What I should do here. I need to go all the way around. It's like this? No, because I'm stuck here. I mean, moving this is interesting, at the very least, but not very successful. Like, I can do this, and maybe it actually helps if I move this back. Like, use this to move it over into the one section, so it can take one off of it. Is that too crazy? Because, like, all I did there was I pushed it down, and then you get one over. Move this. Come on, move this to the side, and like, does this help in any way? We can't even do anything with two boxes on top. We need like one of the boxes to be here, but otherwise the idea seems fine. I gotta say this level still feels like too complex. I still have the urge to like reset and like do something different here. I'm just doing this because like it feels like it could be possible, but there's a good chance that like this is a complete dead end, and it's because the start of doing this was a really impactful move. Maybe I go here again. I don't know. I don't think that's good. This is not working. It really isn't. Wait, have I just undid a bunch. Did I just miss this the whole time? No, because that got a box stuck. I didn't need it to be stuck though. I could have just not had this in, I could just push it to the left. Well, that is its own problem. Well, I really thought this was my salvation, but no, it's not. Okay, this is closer to the starting setup. I've kind of spent too long on this freaking puzzle. But we do that. Then we have, like, ability to push to the left here. And I still can, like, get the cool setup. Like this. Isn't that what we wanted? Well, the place over here is still occupied, which I don't like, but... but it otherwise seems kind of good. Let's just get this out of the way or something. Please say this works. Okay, does this work? I just pushed that into place. Now it can be on this one space higher location. Oh, gosh. That was kind of annoying. This is like bonus puzzle material, not finale puzzle material, in my opinion. And there you go. Stairs just magically freaking work. There we go. 2 worlds. My name was so good. See ya.